today I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite outfits from the month of July. Now it's been raining a lot, so I've been able to pull out a lot of my thicker tops. So you're going to be seeing a lot of sweaters and cardigans and more boots. I just love wearing my boots and finding a good reason to take out my chunkier tops whenever it's raining. So I hope you maybe find some inspiration from these outfits. They're getting more colorful by the month, I think, and I hope you enjoy. This is an outfit I wore to a studio shoot, and it's just a violet and white striped top, some cargo pants. I found these for 50 pesos and they're by Esprit, and I got these initially because I wanted to wear them for shoots. I feel like it's a textile that will dry easily. And this is what the top looks like without the cardigan. It's just a simple sleeveless top. It's just a simple outfit for a studio shoot. This is a look I wore to another indoor shoot. I'm wearing these trousers that I found in an Ukay-Ukay because they are high-waisted and I like the paper bag kind of fit. I just have on a really old burgundy sort of crop print belt that I like to wear. And then this top is also thrifted. So I'll just take a wild guess and say that this was around 25 pesos. And for the shoes, I just have on these sort of Oxford hybrid. They're almost like monk shoes, but because they don't have the overlapping buckle, they're not monk shoes. But they do have that kilty design on them and perforations on the leather. It's white and a reddish brown, and they're flat and they have cutouts on the side. I think they look really cool and they go well with the white stripe on my top. So I'm wearing the same pants for this look, but this time from something quite boyish, we went for something really colorful and kind of retro and kind of neon. I'm wearing my brown 1460s from Doc Martens. I kept on the burgundy belt, and this time I'm wearing just a plain white or dirty white button down, which I folded because the sleeves of this jacket are kind of a quarter length, so I didn't really want to show the sleeves. I found this jacket in the same Ukay I found these pants, and I thought this jacket was 50, but I think someone just hid it in the 50 peso rack because it was actually 250 pesos, so that was quite a shock when I got to the cashier. I was wondering why my total was so high, but anyway, I couldn't pass this up. I think it's quite faded, but you can still see how vibrant the colors were. There's a neon yellow and a neon pink, neon orange, there's white, there's olive green, and the olive green is the reason why I chose to pair it with these pants. You can't really see it at first glance, but if you come closer, the greens kind of match, so I think it kind of goes together. It was a very rainy day, so of course I couldn't wear these the whole day, but actually inside the studio I couldn't help but wear them. I think they give an extra something to the outfit. I was also considering another pair of shoes, but again, since it was raining really hard, I just ended up wearing my Docs. I really like this outfit. It's what I wore to the gala night of Ang Huling El Bimbo, which is an awesome stage production featuring the songs by the Eraserheads. You really should go watch it. Everyone was so good in that, and the costumes were on point thanks to costume designer Direct Marlon Rivera. I actually wanted to help out backstage dressing, but I was too shy to ask. But I think that would have been such a great experience seeing how they work backstage. Anyway, the dress code or the theme for the guests was 90s, so the invitation actually said, come in your best 90s attire. And of course, I'm always the first to pop up and be really excited when there's a theme for an event. I love dressing up for things like this. So this is what I wore. It's sunny now, but when I put this on, it was raining and it was cold. So don't mind the sun. Just imagine it's cold and gray. This is another thick, very almost scratchy sweater that has a little higher neck. It's not really a turtleneck, but it is quite high. It comes down almost mid-thigh, so I have to roll it up here under the jumper. I found this in a thrift store in the States. And then this jumper is just a, I think, Makati Square find. This was 50 pesos. It's a little short and the hem is frayed, so I just wore my black tights under it. I love a reason to wear my jumpers. I don't get to wear them often because I only do ever go out to shoot or maybe appear in events sometimes, so I don't get to wear my short skirts. I do a lot of bending and crouching, so these things are never an option. So this was a great excuse to kind of fit into the 90s theme because they wore a lot of jumpers back then. They wore rainbow stripes, they wore Doc Martens, and stockings with runs in them were also kind of accepted. So when I saw the run, I'm like, oh, perfect, I'll just wear them like this. And I'm also wearing her big blue silver earrings. They're hoop earrings. This is a really fun outfit for me this month. I would love to wear something like this again, but maybe not in a material this thick. It's so hot. It's really hot wearing this right now, but in the theater it was perfect. And Direct Marlon even complimented my outfit. He said, oh, tama yung theme mo, naka-90s ka na jumper. So, approved. This is another thing I wore indoors. Now, this is a very, very warm top. It's kind of felt material. It's really thick. It's a Chartreuse green, and it's actually a dress, I think. Without the belt, it comes down to the knees, and it has a nipped waist, which I just emphasized by wearing this brown belt that is the same shade as my boots. It has a very weathered finish. It's crackled and it has a gold buckle, which is why I also wore gold jewelry. This is a modern knit and Soleil collaboration, which I speedily bought the minute I saw it on Instagram. And I tucked in the top or the dress into the pants just a little bit because the pants are a cool houndstooth print in a forest green, a mustard yellow, and a cream. I'll try to show a close-up of it so you can see. And what I love about these pants, aside from the high waist, are the kick flares. So it's nice and streamlined from the thigh down to the knee, and then it just comes out in a little kick flare. I think it's a cute style because you can wear higher boots and really show off those nice laces. I like this outfit. It kept me very warm, a little too warm to be honest, but definitely something I'd wear again. This is what I wore to a block screening of the movie I Love You Hater, which stars Julia Barreto and Joshua Garcia. It's a really nice feel-good movie that I think you will enjoy watching. But anyway, back to the outfit. So I'm keeping in with the theme of wearing deep V, sort of thicker tops because of the weather. And this one is more of a terry cloth material. It feels like a towel almost. It's a rich raspberry color that I think complements my skin tone a little bit. This skirt is something I had altered very recently. I bought this because the fabric was really That's my dog in the frame if you can see. Not sure if you can see, but that's Maximus. So yeah, back to the skirt. Even though it was sizes too big for me, I bought it because of... Thanks, Max. I bought it because of the fabric. It's a wine red and paisley print, It's really pretty. It's almost velvety to the touch. And I had a couple of inches taken off of it so I can really wear it because I wanted to make them into pants, but the tailor said it wouldn't be possible. So I just had it resized and now it fits me really well. It's a full-length skirt. If I'm not wearing heels, it reaches down to the floor. So I'm just wearing some camel-colored pointy toe boots that are mid-calf. And the heel is around 3 inches. It's a wooden stacked heel, so it doesn't look too dressed up or formal because the block screening was only in the mall. So I wanted to look a little polished, but again, nothing over the top because after all, it's just the movie house. And as always, I have my mom's bag. This is the cream and brown esprit bag that she used back in the 90s. It's really quite like old and yellowed already, but I really like using this bag because it has accessible pockets and I like the strap, which is in really good condition. And I'm still wearing my Modern Myth necklace and some gold hoops. I'm also going to be inserting a few videos of outfits that I wasn't able to include in my outfits of June video because if you watched that, my battery just died. So the first outfit is a regular polo or button-down top, which I'm wearing with a denim skirt from For Me. And I have on the burgundy crop belt that I was wearing in one of my outfits for July. I just topped that off with a cardigan. And then I'm wearing some Doc Martens mules. I think I just wore this to go to the bank or pick up something from the mall. So it's just a very casual outfit. When I find a look that works, or when I find pieces that work together, I try to repeat it the next day so I don't really have to think about it so much. So the following day, I followed the same formula. It's just a button-down top, a skirt, a cardigan, a shoulder bag, and this time some sandals. Now the skirt I'm wearing is a suede material. It falls down quite heavily and it's a little low-waisted, so I just tucked my top in. And then the shoes are an open-toe kind, which I don't really wear that often, but since I was just going to be indoors and not bending or crouching so much, I figured it was a perfect opportunity to pull it out. And the satchel I'm using is from the School of Satchel. I was given this by the owner to try out and I really love the bag. It's made here in the Philippines from real leather and it goes with so many of my outfits because of the very neutral color. This next outfit is something I wore to a shoot with Joshua and Julia Barreto again, so I was with them a couple of times this month. But this time it was for their photo shoot for preview. And the theme was 1960s, so of course I like to play with themes and I always like to be in themes for some weird reason. So I wore my vintage high-waisted plaid bell-bottoms. These are dead stock from the 70s and I found them in the States. They still had the tag on them. And they're quite tiny. They're a vintage size 7, so I was quite worried they wouldn't fit. But thanks to the very high waist, it worked out pretty well. And I just wore a black cropped top that's long sleeved and a turtleneck to really play around with the 60s feel. If only I had a Baker Boy cap, that would have been perfect. Actually, for the shoot, Julia is wearing one of those 1960s mod caps, so I'm sure you can guess I was playing around with that during the shoot. And then I also have my knee-high boots. Now, I don't get to wear knee-high boots very often because, of course, we live in a tropical climate and you get kind of conscious when you wear things that people aren't used to seeing. No matter how much you want to wear them, I still do get quite conscious. It's the same case with my big hats. I collect hats, but I don't get to wear them so much here because sometimes when you're walking, people whistle and ask you where your horse is. Sad but true. I am rambling again. And this last outfit is something I wore to a Fujifilm event. inside the mall. I shot the campaign of James Reid, and I just wanted to come over and say hi and see how the pictures turned out. I didn't get to stay for the rest of the event, but this is what I wore. It's a brown floral print dress that has a V-neck. It's a little loose on me, but I really like how that looks. The skirt is kind of an A-line, so it gives a nice shape, and I didn't need to wear a belt. I'm wearing my mom's green vintage bag from Esprit. I have on a cardigan, and I have these pretty brown vintage pumps that give this a kind of 1940s secretary look that I really like. And those were my favorite outfits for the month of July and some from June. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you get some inspiration from the clothes.